Good morning and welcome to a day in my life where I'm going to take you through everything that I eat in Norway. As a marathon runner who runs, I'd say anywhere between 45 miles and 85 miles. Right now I'm tapering for the Copenhagen Marathon on September 15th, so I'm not running as much. I've also just been traveling. So because of that, I've also not been running that much. But yeah, how I eat very much depends on how I feel. It depends on how active I am. The main thing is I try to keep protein pretty similar, and then I try to increase, especially carbs, the more I run. Part one of my breakfast is gonna be rolled oats. This is just, oats. I make it with water. I prefer the taste that way. And then I'm gonna top it with some frozen blueberries. The Norwegian blueberries are a lot smaller. They're wild, which I love. And I normally will just use frozen berries because it's cheaper and they're frozen when they're fresh, so they're very nutritious and they taste really good. And then I'll have it with some peanut butter. I love this one. It's like a crunchy peanut butter. And yeah, this is 99% peanuts, so no added sugar. And I've just now learned to love the one that's natural. But yeah, I remember when I was younger, I preferred the one with sugar. Now I really like it that it's just so like runny, but also crunchy, that I love. And then, so here we have berries, lots of antioxidants. Here we have our fat source. Here we have our carb source. And then I want to add some more protein. So typically what I'll do, so there is protein in the oats, but typically what I'll do is I'll make a little yogurt bowl to make it a little bit more balanced. So here, it's actually my first time trying this one. It's like a protein yogurt. You can honestly use whatever yogurt you have because yogurt is also high in protein, typically a little bit higher in fat. But I also just like the consistency of something like this or something like kesam, it's called in Norway. So I'll typically go for like a low fat kesam, and I'll add protein powder or like collagen protein for some flavor and a little bit of cocoa powder. I'm also gonna have a glass of Biola, and this is probiotics. It's like kefir, I think it's called in the US, but I've tried kefir in the US and I really didn't like it, but this one I really do like. So I try to have like a glass of this a day. And my mom's gonna kill me when she sees this because I'm drinking up all her Biola, but it's healthy for you. Here we have the peanut butter. I love it when it's more new and it's a little bit more runny like this. So typically what I'll do is when it gets to the end, I'll add MCT oil in the US just to get it a little bit more oily. This is just personal preference. Comment down below what kind of peanut butter you like. If you like it creamy, crunchy, if you like it more like oily, or if you like it like very thick. It's always fascinating to me how like people like it in a different way. There we go, the finished product, and then I still have a little bit more for round 2.
Got that feeling in your arms and knees, the kind of feeling where you simply freeze. Don't you worry.
So it is now currently 9:20 a.m., which I'm normally a morning person. I will wake up between 6 and 7 without an alarm in San Diego. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Caroline. I'm born and raised in Oslo, Norway. However, I moved to San Diego a little over 3 years ago for my MBA that helped launch my protein muffin company, Satisfied. And now I'm an entrepreneur. I'm also a running coach, and I have a few spots open, so the link for that is below. I also eat very differently in Norway than in the US, so that's going to be really interesting because I'm going to do a what I eat in a day in the US as well, so then you can see how it varies. And that's just honestly because in Norway, like, the bread is so good. We eat a lot of bread in Norway, as you'll probably see in this video. And I'm just craving different things. It's probably a lot to do with habit and also what's available in my parents' house. Right now I'm staying with my parents. So we're just making do with what's there and also my favorite foods that I bought here.
Let me throw you up, 'cause I think I know where you always stuck.
Not even remember the last time I used an umbrella. But it's honestly really nice just with the fresh air. That's the thing about traveling to new places. It just makes you appreciate so much things about whatever you're used to that you didn't even think about before.
You give everything so easily, but there are things you don't let people see. Open up and hammer down the wall, and all the fighting and just let it fall. My love is real and it's not just for the season. Here's what I feel, I don't need a better reason.
This is our typical Norwegian cinnamon, it's called cinnamon bun, cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon bun.
Cinnamon bun? Okay. Let's hear. How is it?
This one or that one?
Yours
I'm gonna
first.
take yours as well.
No.
Just how it's supposed to be.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Especially when you're hungry. This is called school roll, which is a little bit weird name.
I know.
Yeah.
Typical Norwegian
It's very typical Norwegian.
pastry. Yeah.
Hence why I've gotten it.
You give everything so easily,
Cold.
but there are things you don't let people see.
Okay. Wow, I haven't had one of these in like a couple of years.
And all the fighting and just let it fall. My love is real and it's not just for the season. Here's what I feel, I don't need a better reason. You broke your heart, come use mine. My love will last, it'll stay.
Sykt godt.
Åh, det er noe med boller i Norge. De er så luftige. Det er ikke bare sånn søtt. I USA så bare smaker det sånn. Det er noen gode bakerier, men det er liksom ikke noe blodflukt. Jeg føler det er sånn tegnflukt.
Tyngde og smak.
Ja. It is pouring. This is typical Norway weather.
Yeah, sadly.
This is why I moved away.
Summer's over.
Then I'm gonna have that with smoked salmon. This is my favorite smoked salmon in Norway. It's called troll. It's so good. It's extra fatty. But yeah, the fat from salmon is very, very good for you. And then for my last piece of bread or roll, I've got liverwurst. So I have this a little bit healthier liverwurst. I love that they have lots of healthier options now in Norway. So this one is made with a little bit less saturated fat and it tastes really good. I'm working on eating more vegetables because every time I talk to my registered sports dietitian, it just hits me that although I'm good at balancing my meals and my snacks with protein, carbs, and fats, I am very much thinking about food as far as like how I feel. So satisfying my craving, satisfying my hunger, and fueling for performance. But then very often what happens is that I'm not including as many veggies, except if it's like dinner, then I find it easier. But especially when I have just had a session or I'm going into a second session, I don't want too much fiber and I need carbs, so that very often means that I neglect vegetables. So why does the rain make me so happy right now? Oh, it's just so refreshing. Here we have Norwegian taco. How would you describe Norwegian taco, Sigrid?
Me?
Yeah. So we always go for like the big wraps.
But is this in the US as well?
Yeah, but I feel like most people in the US will have like small tacos.
Yeah. Then Mexican ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So this is better.
Yeah, and then we always use the taco seasoning.
Yeah.
That for us, I feel like is like the most important thing to make it a taco.
Yeah.
But the tacos in the US are like, it's just like the small tortilla.
Yeah, with just meat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is very different. Har du begynt å spise avokado?
Ja.
Når skjedde det?
Det gjør det.
Det gjør det. Han draget at bord flytelse. Although...
Bare de mindre og mindre knæsene. Hvor er det grønne? Det kommer. Det kommer.
Perfection. Now I'm making my favorite dessert ever, which is vanilla ice cream. I really like this one from Royal. And then I have the 70% dark chocolate that I melt together with cream. I think that all the dairy products in Norway are just so good. And then I make like a chocolate sauce, and then I'll add that with some salted peanuts. So started?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay. So here you see the consistency. Can you see?
Yeah.
No, don't turn the camera. There, that way. You see how thick this sauce is? And yes, I'm going to eat all of this because it's so good. Trust me on this. Just dark chocolate with cream. You don't need anything else. A hint of salt if you don't have salted peanuts. This is so good. Thank you so much for watching. So I forgot to film an outro, but I just arrived in San Diego and I'm just curious to hear what videos you want to see me make more of. So I've thought about making a comparison video of what I eat in Norway versus in the US. I've also thought about making a video on the move from Norway to the US. So I would just really appreciate if you would let me know what you want to see next. And I also really appreciate all of you who like this video, who subscribe to my channel, because it really just helps me grow as a small creator. So thank you so much. See you in the next one.
Nothing ever comes to me, yeah, in a steady stream. But you gotta keep on going. You gotta live that dream.